Elon Musk could be signaling the second coming of Christ with his obsession with X. How so? Well, the letter X has many meanings, some of which are very profound from the level of the collective unconscious. Also, the X that the great American two solar eclipses form is another sign from the collective unconscious, signaling the second coming of Christ. Are there any links between Elon's X and the X formed over America in 2024? Before you click off this video because all of this sounds too absurd, stay tuned to follow the line of logic that led us to think this way. First, let's talk about the Great American Solar Eclipse and why it's so significant to us. The Great American Total Solar Eclipse, which happened in 2017, and its upcoming counterpart in 2024, exactly 7 years apart, is worth talking about. These two solar eclipses create an X shape across the entire United States, leading to various interpretations of their possible prophetic meanings. While solar eclipses aren't extremely rare, total solar eclipses happen about every year and a half and are usually seen more over oceans than land. However, this particular eclipse is quite special due to the X shape it forms with the future eclipse. Happening in 2024, this X is more than it seems. In the Hebrew language, the last letter, which looks like an X, is called Tav, symbolizing concepts like truth, mark, and sign. We'll return to this X later when we talk about Elon Musk. As we shall see, Elon Musk, being who he is and what he represents, plays a special role in the world right now, and his X obsession goes deeper than you might think. These connections seem to fit with the ideas about the second coming as described in certain prophecies. The idea of two solar eclipses within a 7-year gap brings up interesting questions about their deeper meanings. There are significant numeric connections related to the eclipse. The number 7 holds great importance in biblical interpretations, representing completion and fulfillment. It's found throughout the Bible, symbolizing perfection and the fulfillment of divine purposes. For example, the 7 days of creation and the 7 seals in the book of Revelation use this number symbolically. The 7-year gap between the 2017 and 2024 eclipses also ties into the concept of a 7-year tribulation period, mentioned in some interpretations of the Bible. These signs are more than just random events, they are meaningful coincidences. This idea aligns with the thought of psychologist Carl Gustav Jung, who introduced the concept of synchronicity. Jung suggests that events in the outside world could mirror an individual's psychological state or the collective unconscious. Carl Jung said, "People don't possess ideas. Ideas possess people." In this quote, Jung challenges the notion of humans as autonomous generators of ideas. Instead, he wants us to consider a different perspective, wherein ideas manifest not as mere products of human volition, but as entities that exert an almost gravitational pull upon the human psyche. Ideas are not mere mental constructs created by us, but rather autonomous forces that seize our consciousness, weaving themselves into the fabric of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Big ideas like the emergence of the Antichrist and the Second Coming can take a grip over entire nations and even the world. Now, let's talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk's obsession with the letter X goes back to 1999 during the dot-com boom. After selling his first startup for $22 million, he invested $18 million in a new venture called X.com. This was meant to be a comprehensive online platform for financial transactions. Musk believed that the letter X symbolized treasure and marked a significant spot, but this vision clashed with the fact that many associated X with adult content rather than finance. Despite evidence suggesting otherwise, Musk remained committed to his belief. This led to conflicts within the company, resulting in his removal as CEO, and eventually the name X was replaced by PayPal. Musk's attachment to X is evident in his other ventures like SpaceX, XAI, and even his child's unconventional name, XAsh-A12. Musk's recent decision to change Twitter's name to X has puzzled many. This move seems to be driven by a desire to generate curiosity and attract new investment for the struggling company. It could also stem from Musk's emotional attachment to the lost name X.com, which he bought back in 2017. X has a rich history of symbolic meanings representing the unknown, signifying 10 in Roman numerals, and embodying various concepts from treasure maps to generic markers. And as we've already talked about, in Hebrew, the last letter, which looks like an X, is called Tav, symbolizing sign. It seems like Elon Musk's obsession with X is deeper than its surface level appearance. He's obsessed with the ideas that X conveys. It's as if those ideas communicated by X have a grip on him. So, why is he trying so hard to associate himself with X? Maybe it's a sign. In Jungian terminology, the idea possesses him. According to some theorists, the X symbol might serve to activate subconscious programming, Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious implies a shared psychic connection. The notion here is that the X symbol could work on a collective unconscious level, steering people to behave in a certain manner. In the book of Revelations, specifically in chapter 13, we're introduced to the concept of the mark of the beast. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Revelations 13, 16, 18. The number 666 is the mark of the beast, and it holds immense symbolic significance. Since we're ultimately trying to explore X, it should also be noted that in Greek, the letter X, chi, has a numeric equivalent of 600, 6 plus O equals 6, so 666 equals XXX. Elon Musk owns X, old Twitter, SpaceX, and of course, his most sinister company, Neuralink. And its logo is obviously a big X. That's sort of an XXX. So, how does Elon Musk fit into the story? There are entire threads and discussions on Reddit and other online forums that even speculate about Elon Musk being the Antichrist, which is significant on a collective unconscious level. The fact that people talk about that kind of topic shouldn't be taken lightly. There's actually some logic to that line of thought. When we try to identify the Antichrist, we generally look towards evil people whom we readily hate. Yet, the Bible tells us that the Antichrist will appear as a savior. This appears Corinthians 11, verses 14-15. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. It is not surprising then if his servants also masquerade as servants of righteousness. Their end will be what their actions deserve. This means that the Antichrist will be someone who most people would not think of as being evil. So, could Elon be the Antichrist and X is his mark? Let's look at some arguments. The Antichrist will have the eyes of a man and a mouth speaking great things. Daniel 7, 8, 20, Revelations 13, 15. Elon Musk has been criticized for his unorthodox and apparently unscientific stances, and highly publicized for his controversial statements. The Antichrist will gain worldwide power and overthrow some of the greatest rulers. Daniel 8:10. Elon Musk is currently the richest man in the world. The Antichrist will honor a god of forces, which his ancestors knew not. Daniel 11:38-2. Thessalonians 2:9. And he will lead the world into following this new god. Daniel 11:39. Elon Musk is a great proponent of artificial intelligence and literally seeks to implant technology into our brains. The Antichrist will be wise in deceitfulness. Daniel 8:23-12. Elon Musk claims to be half Democrat and half Republican. He regularly speaks out against things that he himself engages in. The Antichrist will seek to change times and laws. Daniel 7:25. However you interpret this, Elon Musk is famous for confronting and contradicting established thought. The Antichrist will blaspheme God. Daniel 7:25-2, Thessalonians 2:4, Daniel 11:36-38. Elon Musk said that science and religion cannot coexist. The Antichrist will be an insignificant ruler who rises among the 10 horns of the beast kingdom. Daniel 7:7-8. Elon Musk is a latecomer to the band of the global elite, which has been suggested as the 10 kings of the Antichrist, and has been insignificant compared to many others. The Antichrist will be different than the other 10 kings, Daniel 7:24, and be more fierce than the other 10 kings, Daniel 7:20. Elon Musk likes to give the appearance of being a common man, and charms the world with his jabs against the global elite and their agenda. The Antichrist will overpower 3 of the 10 kings, Daniel 7:8-24, Revelations 7:12. Elon Musk's recent actions suggest he is now using his wealth and power to gain more power and control. But it doesn't stop there. Here's the interesting part. On April 4th, 2018, Elon Musk tweeted that he was building a cyborg dragon, and guess what he was referring to? An intricate arrangement of 66 satellites distributed among 6 orbital planes, each uniquely spaced by 30 degrees. The Dragon was launched by the means of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket. Revelations 13 verse 2 says, "And the Dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority." So, Even if he's not the literal Antichrist, we expect to see at the end of times, his attributions are not far away from that. He's even marking himself with his obsession with X. This leads us to ask, is human agency the catalyst for the emergence of ideas, or is there an independent existence of ideas that transcends human minds, a realm where ideas pull the strings from the collective unconscious? And what if one of those ideas is a prophecy that took root 2,000 years ago, and its fulfillment is drawing ever nearer, because many signs point towards that direction? Many signs lead us to conclude that the prophecies of the second coming of Christ are unfolding one by one. The emergence of the Antichrist and anti-Christian ideals is a sign that Christ's eventual return and the fulfillment of biblical prophecies are drawing closer. The day and hour may never be known, but signs are there for a good reason. So, is Elon Musk the Antichrist, and his X just like the X of the great American solar eclipses of 2017 and 2024? Are signals that the second coming is near? Maybe not, but it's certainly something to think about if you're the kind of person who has an active mind that likes to find links and meanings behind things that others don't even notice. Let us know what you think.